here with Studio Sweat, and we are fortunate enough to have Rebecca here, and we're going to be talking about nutrition for the endurance athlete. We've had a lot of people ask us about that, so that is the topic of this video. So
here's our endurance athlete.
And then of course we have Bethany with us. I don't mean to ignore
Awesomeness.
Bethany. Yeah. You're good, you're good. Okay, so, and go Seahawks. Yeah, awesome job last night.
They killed it.
Yeah, they killed it, did they not? So, Rebecca, I have actually had some people, and this isn't surprising, ask me because they know that you're an endurance athlete, what your nutrition was like, okay?
My nutrition is like for my training or my races.
Well, let's start with the fact that you're training for an IronWoman, and that this isn't your first one, correct?
No, it's my 8th.
Right, okay.
Crazy.
So, let's keep that in mind when you're listening to what she talks about here, guys. How many hours a week do you train right now?
20.
20 hours a week. Does that include your classes?
No.
Okay, so with your classes, how many hours a week are you exercising?
20.
My man, really?
Maybe 26 or 7.
Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind. You know, we might work out like 5 to 10 hours a week, but she's talking about on average 25 hours a week of working out. So obviously her caloric intake is going to be higher. Okay, but let's talk about it. So what kind of things do you eat when? Just fill us in.
It depends on if I'm doing a long day. At the beginning of the day, I wake up really early, like 3 a.m., eat anywhere from 400 to 800 calories. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to bike for...
What are those calories?
Those calories are...
how about if you give us like a sample, like I had like 4 scrambled eggs and da-da-da-da-da.
No, it needs to be something that's broken down very slowly so that it stays with you the entire time, because if you know anything about endurance racing, the nutrition is the 4th leg of an Ironman, but it is an integral part of your training. You train the way you're going to race, so you want to use the same nutrition. That way you don't have any type of internal issues, because you want
during the race,
because you want that to be the last thing you have to think about. So you train like you do in the race, and likewise. So when I'm going for a 6-hour bike ride, I'm going to get up, eat. Ideally, I'd want to eat 1,200 calories, but it just doesn't happen because it's hard.
It's a lot,
but a race day, it's 1,200. I mean, you are literally trying to consume 1,200 calories 3 hours before you start. And my nutrition are 2 whole wheat bagels with almond spread. Goes down so smoothly.
This
and
is
then
the 1,200.
Oh yes, yes. 2 boosts, high protein, and then it could be a protein shake or a bar. It just depends. You try to just get things that go down smoothly. It's different with every person. And that's why you have to try it out. You don't just want to be like, oh, this is how many calories I need, this is how I'm going to do it. You won't be able to do it race morning if you don't practice.
So you kind of want to look at how many hours you're going to be working out.
Yes.
And use that as your guide for how many calories that you're going to take in. And then she just talked about what kind of calories those are going to be. So 2 things that I'm not hearing, and I understand why. High in fat content, high in protein content. Okay. When are you going to have the fat and protein?
You're going to have the fat and protein after the race. No, you're going to, I mean, depending on
when you're training. Let's just talk about
when you're training, you can have it any time you want, depending on how much. I mean, you're talking about me, and everyone's different, but
keeping that in mind.
I try to keep my meats and fish lean, but you can tell if your body needs more. Like if you need to go and get a little bit extra of the good stuff.
So that's going to be after your workout.
After workout.
So before your workout, you're getting good healthy carbs in the form of
low glycemic, yes, things that get broken down slowly so that they're with you. And then,
do you eat fruit?
A bunch of fruit. Oh, that's the other thing with the 1,200.
Whole bag of grapes.
It's oatmeal with lots of chopped up fruit is something that I love. Some people can't take that much fiber in before a race. So again, it's all individual based on what you can take, but you almost have to bonk to understand why you don't want that to happen. So you go out to the point when, and you test the level, the limits. Like, okay, so I don't want to take 1,200. I'm going to take 800, and I'm going to consume either liquid or different little bits, like in your pouches or whatever, during your workout. But if you run short and there's nothing left in the tank, then you're going to make damn sure you don't do it the next time.
Yeah. So you figure it out in your training.
Yes.
Yeah. So in general, though, healthy carbohydrates that break down kind of slowly.
Yes.
Along with fruit. That's what you're usually consuming before your
Not
workout.
before. Right, correct.
Okay, after your workout, and you can have, of course, there are great veggies. People don't usually think about those. First
Yeah,
thing in the morning.
I don't usually eat veggies in the morning, but I'd
Yeah.
eat them throughout the entire day.
Okay.
Like that's grab a bag of carrots.
That's a lot to say.
And like
Say, Rebecca, grab a
yeah,
bag of carrots.
Rebecca, grab a bag of carrots.
can't.
And cucumbers and all other kinds of stuff, just like stuff that you can just take and like eat in the car when you're doing something. I am constantly eating healthy things, but I'm always eating. Grab a bag of grapes, like because.
Can't you tell by like?
And she
look at
means
all-
like the whole bag.
Look at all the body
I
fat.
mean the entire bag. Like
Her,
I don't ever want to be
again,
hungry.
Working 25 hours a week. Careful. people.
Yeah, like I get off the trainer and I lay down and sometimes I fall asleep and don't take a shower.
Gross.
Like,
She
and I
said
wake
she
up
doesn't
hours
shower.
later. I'm like, oh, and I get up and I shower. So it's like I'm a mutant, and I'm sure that everyone else at home showers after they work out.
We try sometimes.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
usually.
it's
Yeah.
hit or miss.
Not until that night. You never know.
Yeah.
So, okay, now let me ask you this: you're not training for an event.
I am.
You're-
I have.
No. Listen. Let's hypothetically.
Oh,
speak.
okay. Yes, got it.
hypothetical.
Got it. Whew,
Yeah,
okay.
you're lazy bones right now.
Yes.
You're not
All right, not
Your
training.
mind and
Totally
body
not training.
Move fast. We're not training for an event.
Okay.
But you've got your classes, and now you're down to, gosh, for you, will you ever work out only 10 hours a week?
No, because every time she trains someone, she does the workout with them.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So I would say, okay, so 7 to 10 hours a week.
Okay.
And what's the question?
Okay, we're working out 7 to 10 hours a week. That's still athletic. Okay, that's definitely way more than the average person. Still,
Okay.
What's your nutrition like?
Cheesecake.
Normal? No.
Yes,
No.
you went
no.
through a span of cheesecake.
That, gosh, you ever get something from like a
Don't
parent or
ever
something?
tell Bethany your secrets like that. That's what I just
And
learned.
they send it home with you?
Yeah.
Well, my mom sends things home, and one time she sent home a cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory,
Yeah.
and I
you
rationed,
ran away with it.
rationed it slowly to myself. But no, when I'm only working out 7 to 10 hours a week, I don't have my goodies anytime I want. I don't have, like, I won't be eating, my brown rice on top of my chicken and broccoli. I'll be having little bits and then lots more of the good stuff, because otherwise it'll show. And then I'll have to work that off because I cannot lose weight while I'm training. My body holds it. Because it's like, what's going to happen? What are you going to do?
Right,
And
because it
yes.
goes into a natural,
Shock, like-
it goes into a defense mechanism, and that defense says, hold on to that fat. Okay, so when you're working out, just your 7 to 10 hours a week, your diet is a lot like a normal person's diet.
It's-
It's saying, but you don't treat yourself
I don't treat myself.
because if you did,
I have to think about it.
it
Like,
would hold on to that weight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
I bet that's challenging because your diet changes dramatically.
Yes.
Yeah.
But luckily I'm always training.
Yeah, most of the time you're always.
So I don't ever have that time.
Luckily,
Yes.
that depends.
But
on
the
how
other
you
thing
look
is it's really important after you're working out, whether you're training for a sprint, Olympic, triathlon, marathon, half marathon, whenever you are done with the workout, you should either have like a protein-based shake, something, the first hour after you work out. And if you want a meal after that, so be it. But that's just to keep you from like going crazy.
Yeah, replenish right away.
Because
Replenish.
I know you guys are busy, you get done, maybe you shower off or maybe you dry it off, whatever. And if you don't think about yourself, like that's part of it, is giving your body, your muscles that time to recover with all of the good bits. I use a glucose replacement supplement. It's amazing. And if you have not trained with one before, I definitely recommend it. There's a lot of different ones out there. The one that I use does not have any flavor to it. You can add it to water. You can add it to,
Protein shake?
No protein
shake. No protein shake.
Electrolyte replacement, Gatorade, Powerade, but you don't want to add it to something else like one of those Spark fruity drinks.
Yeah.
You don't want to add two things together because the glucose replacement has to be.
What about coconut water? Could you add it to that?
Ooh, you could if you like coconut water. Yes, absolutely.
So one of the things that's really important that I know, I just want to touch upon, same mind of thought, is that after your workouts, even the shorter workouts, you guys need to replace the sodium that you lost. At Studio Sweat, we sweat a lot, we lose a lot of sodium, and for your energy levels and just for your normal body function, it's incredibly important that you replace that sodium and the electrolyte balance, because if you don't, you're going to cramp, you're going to be low energy for the day. That's one of the most common things I'll tell my personal training clients when they say, I felt so tired and lethargic after that workout. I said, did you replace your sodium? What does that mean? Okay, so you want to look for options out there to replace your sodium. There's a lot of different options out there. Read the label and know approximately how much you should be getting. Some are too low. Some of the options out there are too low. So replace the sodium.
Yes.
All right. Anything else that we can share? Okay, let's finish with this. Top 5 favorite training energy snacks that you have.
Ooh.
Okay. Here we go.
I can list specifics.
Go ahead.
Okay, the Power Bar jelly gummy brain things, they are circular. They have some that are like raspberry filled, so they look like little brains.
So excited.
All right, there are some, when you are out there and it's just you and your sweat and grossness and headphones, and all you have is these little things, it makes a big difference. So there's some with Coca-Cola flavored, and it has caffeine in it. Do I take supplements?
More caffeine.
Do I take supplements with caffeine while I'm racing? Yes. But I also take a hell of a lot of water, because otherwise you will cramp if you just take caffeine.
You have to, because anytime you go over an hour, you have to replace those nutrients. And whether you do it organically or you do it through something like the Power Gel. That's number 1. Number 2.
Number 2. Oh, well, those are 2 different flavors. Those I like.
Number 3.
Cliff Shot Blocks. I do not like them, but the any type of goo or anything that you shoot that just tastes foul, but it's like it goes down, little water, and you're like, wow, little lightning through the fingers, because it gets there and it's easy on the stomach. It might be ridiculously not good, but do it.
Number 3, make it organic. Challenge.
Ooh.
Carbo Pro. It's glucose. That's all it is, and that's the tasteless supplement that you put into the water, or Gatorade half mixture, half Gatorade, half water. That is my staple. Carbo Pro. All right.
Number 4 has to come from the earth.
Oatmeal.
Okay. Oatmeal. Very good. Okay.
It comes from the earth-ish.
Sure does. Okay. Oatmeal. Steel cut, not
steel.
instant.
Steel cut Irish oats.
Okay. Very good. Number 5. Whatever you want.
Bananas.
Yeah, that's from the earth. Bananas, one of the highest items out there in potassium, but not the highest. Actually, white mushrooms and white beans are much higher.
They do not ever give you white mushrooms on transition.
No.
Or in your aid stations. Would you like a mushroom? No, but they do give you
mushrooms. So yes, you do have to think about what you pack with you, but that's good for the night before.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Throw those on your steak, woman. Okay. All right. That's it, Rebecca. Thank you so much for sharing, you guys. Nutrition for the endurance athlete. That's a wrap for your amazing workouts, you guys. Don't forget, you're going to want to check us out on Studio Sweat on Demand.